doing some Fallout 4, potentially, for the last time. We're going to see how the stream goes, alright? Now, if, we'll see how the stream goes. I'd say there is a 50-50 chance. A 50-50 chance that tomorrow we will be playing Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I think we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, just do whatever you want, I guess. Oh, wow. Anyways. O'Neill Family Manufacturing. What are they manufacturing? Red scorpions? What's the deal with these guys? Ooh, hello. What exactly are we doing here? But yeah, man, Fallout 4, you know, it's been a great ride, don't get me wrong, but it also hasn't been that great of a ride. What is this, a Deathclaw? Why else would it be? Oh, wow. Oh my god. Why was that so much? Anyways, we gotta level up less than 10 minutes into the stream. You'll love to see it. So, Fallout 4, it was a fun time, but, I just... I don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm not about to say that I'm not having fun with the game anymore. It was more so that I never had fun to begin with. No, but like, it's more along the lines of, I really think I would just rather be playing something else. Like Fallout 4, I don't think Fallout 4 is a bad game. I just don't think it's very good either. And frankly, the further I get into the game and the more, or I guess the less of the good perks that I find myself wanting, the more I'm like, yeah, if this is the end of Fallout 4, I'm okay with that. It's, it's certainly been a ride. It's certainly been a ride. Holy shit. Wow, one-shot that guy, huh? Crazy. Oh, shh. Get out of here, dude. Shit made me jump. But yeah, I mean, if this is the end of Fallout 4, what would I give the game out of 10? I think a 6 is fair. Like, I don't know, the way that I look at scoring games is, if you can hold my attention either for a good 40 hours and I still want to play more, or if I beat the story, because, hey, look, I might not beat the story, but 40 hours is a really fucking good amount of playtime. So either I beat the game, I hit the credits, or I put in 40 hours, I can give it a 7 or higher. But if it fails to keep me invested in 40 hours, which might sound like a lot, and it might be, but if it fails to keep me interested in 40 hours or until the end of the intended experience, I don't think I can give it a super high recommendation. You know, a lot of the areas here a lot of the named areas don't really feel like they have a lot to offer. This area is looking to be another one of those, where, yeah, it's a named area. Why? There's nothing of substance here? Hell, there's not even anything of an enemy to fight? It's just window dressing? No lore, or, well, there's some lore. But, like, it's not actual, like, content. You know what I'm saying? It's a named location with some loot, but that's about where it ends. It's the beginning and the end of it. The main story sucks. Oh, but Zach, you didn't even play most of the main story. I did on PlayStation 4. It was bad, bro. Yeah, like, take my word for it. Take my word for it. Fallout 4 is probably the worst Bethesda story that they've ever told. Like, worse than Skyrim, worse than well, I haven't really played Oblivion or Morrowind, so I can't really be the judge on that. But not a fan of the main story. Most of the side quests didn't really do it for me. But the ones that did, you know, the side quest where you're getting that serum for the nerd, that was cool, and that was told relatively well. I liked that. That's about all I can really say. Oh, but Zach, what about all these characters? Maybe it's just because I played Skyrim first. I don't really like oh, hello. I don't really like followers in Bethesda games. Like, I made the exception for Fallout New Vegas, kinda, because it had some side quests for it. I mean, I never even got ammo for this thing. But Fallout New Vegas also had really interesting, like, everything. Everything about Fallout New Vegas was interesting. The world was interesting. The world was interesting to explore. The area, or the NPCs were great. The main side quests were fantastic. Like, comparing Fallout 4 to New Vegas is extremely bad for Fallout 4. But what does Fallout 4 do well? I think it's the best playing Fallout, like, right out of the box. I think it's probably the best playing Fallout game. It requires the least amount of mods. But that being said, the mods that are for this game don't really do a lot to make it better. It's not like Skyrim where, oh, you can just mod it into the perfect video game. Not really. It's, I believe, the second, I believe it's like the second biggest game on the Nexus. Great shooting, by the way. I think it's like the second biggest game on the Nexus, behind Skyrim. And, yeah, it shows. It shows. I mean, I tried to look for mods for this game that I think would make a difference in Fallout 4's quality. I couldn't really find too much. I mean, yeah, there's settlement simulation. There's settlement mods that make the settlement mechanics better and the settlement system better, but I wasn't really a big fan of the settlement system anyways. Um, there's mods that really expand the crafting system, but I don't think that would really fix that would fix one minor problem in the sense that I think you hit a power cap too easily in this game. But it would just make the ceiling higher. Uh, but I don't think I don't think I asked. Oh, what I don't think I answered. What does this game do well? I think the world is interesting. It's not as interesting as New Vegas or hell, I'd probably even say Fallout 3 was more interesting of a world to explore. But the shooting is definitely, the gameplay is definitely the best out of the box, modless. I think it's probably the best vanilla. It's definitely the best vanilla Fallout game. But as for Bethesda, I would maybe say Skyrim was better. It's probably gonna kill me, right? I don't even have to fucking, dude. I know that shit's gonna kill me. I think a lot of the perks are really good. Idiot Savant.
Got it.
I mean, you can argue Idiot Savant is too good. It breaks the fucking game. I mean, shit, man. Last stream, I got like 8 levels. I played 2 hours.
That's it.
You get lucky enough to proc Idiot Savant once, and you get 100 XP for every kill that you get after for like 2 whole minutes. It's insane. Idiot Savant, you could say, is too good. But the VATS system in this game, I think, is really good. Being able to store crits is a really interesting concept that I think they did pretty well. Holy shit. I don't think... I'm not sure if I like crits more in this game versus the normal Fallout way, where they can happen at random. I'm not sure which I prefer, but I do like both a lot. I commend them for experimenting in regards to the cutscenes and voiced character. Although I don't think the experimentation worked out in their favor. I think that I think the cutscenes in this game are fucking terrible. And the fact that your main character has voiced dialogue all of the time, the more you play, the more you see the limitations that comes with that. Like, not being able to talk to as many NPCs as you could in something like New Vegas, or probably even Fallout 3. Definitely fucking Skyrim and all the other Bethesda games that I have played. Let's just try it. Holy shit, it worked. Wow. What else? What else? I think the graphics look good for a Bethesda game. You know, I'm hoping Starfield looks better, and I'm hoping it's better optimized and, well, better tested, better, hope it has less bugs in this game. Hope you don't need an unofficial patch to run it. But, I mean, I think the graphics hold up pretty well. Yeah, it could look pretty fugly at times, but for the most part, I think the game looks fine. I mean, I'm running it with no graphics mods, which is more than what I could say for Skyrim and New Vegas. But, yeah, they tried to do different things. like with the cutscenes. I don't think it worked out. I don't think it was very well implemented. I think the RPG system starting off is really good because just by the looks of things, there's a lot of perks and a lot of different ways to build your character. It's very replayable, but like the more you advance in a game and the more you spec into a certain build, the less good, like big leagues, like the entire strength column. What the hell am I going to level strength for? I'm not going to be punching people. That's not my main source of damage. Neither is melee damage. Armorer, why would I want to upgrade my armor? I already take, why would I want to upgrade armor when toughness exists? Blacksmith? No, never going to use that. Never going to use this either. This is useful, but I'm not going to get to strength 6 just for this. This kind of seems gimmicky. Basher? Oh, dude, the fucking melee in this game. The gun bashing in this game is terrible because you just have a chance to insta-kill everything with it. This seems kind of good, but it's melee and unarmed damage exclusively. So, eh. And then Pain Train while wearing power armor. Power armor is a whole other fucking thing to get into. But it's like, I'm just using strength as an example. Like, the more you spec into your build, the more you're going to realize a lot of these perks don't really fucking do anything. Like Fortune Finder. Oh, you get more bottle caps. You can just hoard shit and sell stuff. Same thing with Cap Collector. Vans, don't even get me fucking started, dude. It's a waste. I feel like a lot of perks in this game. A lot of perks are really good, but a lot of perks are also, like, useless. Just as an example. So, like, it starts... The RPG systems start off really good, but the further along you get in the game, the less that they really matter. And the less that they actually end up doing in the long run. I mean, this is just a streamer centric thing, but like, and it was a problem with New Vegas too. But I dislike how the radio is a bit of a problem. Hello, George Cooper. How's Sheldon doing these days?
George Cooper. Damn glad to meet you.
This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Like, George Cooper. What's his story? What the fuck is he doing out here? What's going on? You talk to him.
WRVR.
He has like 3 lines of dialogue. You can't have a conversation with him. Like, this is the shit that I'm talking. He's probably tied to a quest. But in New Vegas, if this was in New Vegas, you'd come in here, you'd press E, you'd have a conversation with him. But because your because your main character is voice acted, and you gotta fucking talk about everything.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
What about this guy?
Hey there.
I can't thank you enough.
Same thing, dude.
My life.
Saving his life. I have no idea what he's talking about. I've never seen this man in my fucking playthrough. But because your main character is voice acted, and it's more work to voice act lines of dialogue and conversations and quests, you don't get stories like you do in something like New Vegas, where every named character, more or less, you could go up and have a conversation with. The voice acting leads to compromises that have to be made, and the fact that limits all the interactivity in the game in terms of like story and who you can talk to and have an actual conversation with and maybe get a quest from. The fact that the voice acting limits all of that, it was not worth it, in my honest opinion. But yeah, we got some more Fallout in a little bit. I'm probably gonna have this be an extra long episode on YouTube, just so I can end on a something something of a high note. But like, yeah, this is probably going to be an hour-long YouTube video. Just because, I mean, there's a lot I can talk about with this game. And I feel like I got a lot of my thoughts about this game out of the way. Like, dude, whenever you're in combat like this is really fucking cool. There were a couple really amazing fights that I got into with this game. And that's really cool. I like that a lot. But again, man, yeah, we'll be playing Baldur's Gate tomorrow. By the time this goes up on YouTube, actually, if I have this planned out correctly, I should be uploading Starfield in the 9 o'clock spot in a couple of days, which is pretty swell.
Yeah?
Just random ass people. Can't talk to them. Yeah. Oh yeah, and just you remember my rant whenever I was doing the Covenant storyline about how I was trying to think of what to say because I had this false notion that the dialogue choices of this game have like a let me start this train of thought over again. You remember my rant whenever I was doing the Covenant stuff. When I was trying to do that test, because it was like something, it felt like dialogue mattered, but then the game was just rushing me along through every bit of fucking dialogue that I could have gone through. And that honestly, that was when this game truly started to sour on me. Because that's when I realized dialogue in this game, the dialogue options, just don't matter. There's nothing, there's no difference between what you say and every fucking side quest more or less has the same story it's going to tell, regardless of how you go about doing it. Oh yeah, I can do master blocks now. But yeah, dude, damn. But yeah, Fallout 4, it's not a bad game. It's just a very deeply flawed one. And that goes beyond just bugs and performance.
Nice.
Don't get me wrong, that's probably like the main issue with this game. But it is far from the only issue with this game. But yeah, I wanted to go an extra day, but I kind of figured, do I really want to do Baldur's Gate on Monday? After doing a whole day of work and coming home and only having maybe a few hours to play? I don't think I want to do that. Tomorrow's Sunday. Jesus Christ. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm probably going to have, like, the same issue of I'm only going to be able to play for a couple hours. But at least I can start earlier in the day. Earliest I can start on weekdays is, I'd say around 4. Or I'd say around like 5:30 or 6. Because I get off of work around... I get off of work around 4. But I usually get home around 5. Well, that's not true. I usually get in my apartment around 5. So, yeah, the earliest I can start on weekdays is around like 5:30. But, yeah. This has been Fallout 4. My biggest mistake was probably playing this around the time Baldur's Gate 3 came out. But, oh well. It be that way. Honestly, dude, I think this year is around... I think this year is one of the best years, maybe ever, in video gaming. In video games. Because, like, I'm trying to think of a year that's similar. And the year that comes up was what I would consider the best year in video games. 2017. Like, dude, we haven't had a year like this since 2017. Oh, what made 2017 so great? The first half of the year, the first, third, and second, and last third of the year, you couldn't go 1 month without a Game of the Year contender popping up. Bros, 2017, you had Yakuza 0, you had Hollow Knight, you had Mario Odyssey. As overrated as it was still damn good. You had Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, you had fucking Persona 5, another overrated yet really still fucking great game. A Hat in Time, like, Nier Automata, one of my favorite fucking games of all time. Dude, the list fucking goes on for 2016, or for 2017. 2017, like I said, I think it's certainly my favorite year I've ever experienced with video games. This year, though, it was off to a really slow start this year, admittedly. It was off to a really slow and painful start this year. This year, for me at least, this year started with one of the worst gaming droughts I've ever experienced. Because the first part of this year, like the first 4 months, it was Hi-Fi Rush and like nothing else. I'm not into horror games, so I didn't get anything out of Dead Space. I didn't get anything out of Resident Evil. Never ended up playing them. Just not the kind of games for me, man. Just straight up, not my games, not my jam. There's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoyed them, that's awesome. I'm happy you got those games this year. This year's had a little something for everyone, and that's wonderful.
Where'd
Where'd that little fucker go? Dude, I'm right in front of you. What are you talking about, dude? But this year, once Tears of the Kingdom came out, that's when this year started popping off like crazy. Once Tears of the Kingdom came out, oh dude, I legitimately, I don't think I've been as overwhelmed with big game releases this year. I don't think I've been as overwhelmed, honestly, since 2017. Dude, there are games coming out this year that I didn't even know were supposed to come out this year. Brother, yesterday I learned that the Mario RPG remake is coming out this year. I thought that was one of the games that we got a teaser for, but didn't get a date for. No, it's coming out in October. You know, a month after Starfield, which was a month after Baldur's Gate 3, which was a month after Final Fantasy 16, which was a month after Tears of the Kingdom. You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? Yeah, nah, dude. and this could keep going, which probably, you know, I didn't keep up with when Dead Space 3 or Resident Evil 4 remake came out, but a month after one of those games, which was a month after the other. It's like, which was a month after Hi-Fi Rush. This year has been incredible, and I'm tired of pretending it hasn't. The fuck? What is this guy? But yeah, man, I was extremely surprised to see Mario RPG come out this year. I used my Tears of the Kingdom voucher. You know, the other game that you get for the voucher. I already used that. I'm ready for that game. It's not going to be something I can stream, unfortunately, because it's on the Switch, and I do not have a capture card. But you know, it's a game that I want to play, so damn it, I'm just going to play it and get back to you. Frankly, I thought I was completely done with my Switch. I didn't think I was going to touch it again until the Switch 2, or whatever the fuck is going to replace it. But, yeah, man, this year has been amazing. And hey, you know, this is just me, Destiny 2, having picked that game up after just flat out ignoring it for the decade, the near decade that it's been out. Oh man, it's such a stupid mistake, man. Such a dude, I fucking love Destiny. I love Destiny 2. Its player base hates it, but I certainly don't. Oh, that was probably the one, too. Oh, well. Don't even waste my time with that. Yeah, was Destiny 2 a mistake? This year, probably. But, the bigger mistake was not getting into it sooner. Dude, I fucking love me some Destiny. I can't wait to play more of it after I'm done with Fallout 4. Twitch exclusive, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube. But, yeah. I mean, that's my thoughts on, the current year of gaming, and that's my thoughts on Fallout 4 out of the way. We're, 30 minutes in. I gotta fill airtime now. I gotta fill another...
Kid, I don't know who you are, but you better clear out before I go haywire and blast you.
Oh my god, I can talk to you.
Get that gun off me, or you'll regret it.
Oh, I'm shaking right down to my circuits. You can't scare a synth, kid.
Oh my god, dude, that's something I didn't even fucking bring up. This whole synth thing. Yeah, it's a race allegory. It's synths are supposed to be second-class citizens. It's done so poorly, dude. It's so fucking lame. It's done so poorly.
Hello? You awake in there, kid?
It's a swing and a miss for me.
Really? You're a synth? I've never seen you at the meetings.
You think this is a joke? They take people out of their beds and replace them with things like me, machines. Any second now, they might send some signal, or I'll see the color orange, or whatever it is.
Oh.
Boom. One more dead fool.
She's
now,
a drug
you gonna get out of
addict.
here, or wait for them to make me kill you?
We're just talking, so why don't you just...
Kid, you must have been...
I'm not even gonna go for the hard one. I just want the easy one.
We're just talking.
Fine. But don't think this means you're Got your looky-loo at the synth? Ready to get out of here?
Look, I just need a little.
I'm not
while
going for the difficult
to
one
catch my
yet.
breath.
You're a terrible liar, kid.
If I have to kill Phyllis here, I'll kill
Look,
Phyllis.
I just need a.
You're a terrible liar.
Look, I just need a little while.
You're a terrible
Oh
liar.
yeah, that's another thing about this game that I really don't like. These dialogue
You're
options
a terrible
that
liar.
are in yellow and orange and red, they're supposed to be
You're a
skill
terrible
checks.
liar.
They're what would be skill checks in New Vegas and Fallout 3, but
You're a terrible liar.
it doesn't really work when you can just use this
Look, I just need a little.
You're a terrible liar.
and abuse the quick save feature. It doesn't really work when it's based off of a chance and not an actual skill check.
Look,
You're a terrible liar.
So like
look, I just need a little while.
not a
You're a terrible liar.
I mean, if you're patient enough
Look,
and you
Fine.
have
Get upstairs if you need it.
if you're patient enough and you have one charisma,
Whatever you came here to do and get the hell out of here.
you can
Stay out of my
you can
spot.
do everything that you can with 10 charisma. It's just going to take time.
terminal somewhere.
I also hate how there are so many doors, in this case a safe, that you have to just turn on with a terminal instead of just being a lockpick. Not that lockpicking does anything anyways. But like, dude, like I said, if I were to talk, if it's a game that's like really deeply flawed.
Hey, Phyllis.
Just do whatever you're here for and leave me alone. Okay?
But yeah, dude, it's less so a skill check and more of a skill chance. And not really a very good one at that. Like, it's fucked up because even with Charisma 10, you have a chance of failing a yellow persuasion check. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, man. Is that a death claw? $260? Oh, okay. That explains it. Oh, hello. Neat. Am I gonna even talk about the difficulty in this game? Oh yeah, the difficulty in this game's a fucking joke. Like, granted, it could just be my build, but I mean, difficulty in this game's a fucking joke. Like, yeah, I'm not playing on the hardest difficulty, but it's not the smallest difficulty either. It's the what is it actually? Settings, gameplay. It's hard. It's not survival. Mainly because with survival, it takes away saving features outside of. I mean, let's put it to very hard. I know it's a little late, but let's put it to very hard and see if that changes anything. Oh, goody me! Oh, fantastic! Enemies have like what 4 times as much health now than it does on the normal difficulty. Wow! Incredible. That's the only change that. Oh, and I guess legendary enemies spawn more frequently. So I get to. So I get to. So I can one-shot enemies, but at a higher difficulty. Amazing. Damn. Damn! Okay, that was lucky. Oh, there he is! Cool. But yeah, yeah. I mean, hey man, I'll say this. Fallout 4 has been fun. It's been, in many ways, it's been fun. Don't get me wrong. Don't take this out of context. Don't think that I'm just bashing this game without any love for it. This game has been fun. But I'm ready to have fun with another game now. It's a game that has failed to keep my attention from beginning to end. It failed to lead... And dude, here's the thing. It's not New Vegas. It was never going to be New Vegas. We're never going to get another New Vegas. And I'm okay with that. I just hope that Starfield is better than this. And, you know, I could probably say the same thing about Skyrim. We're not going to get another Skyrim, blah, 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 blah. Same thing I said with New Vegas, you know. With Bethesda, I'm not expecting a 10 out of 10. I'm not expecting Starfield to be this 10 out of 10 masterpiece. But if it's like... I'd be happy with an 8. Hell, frankly, after playing New Vegas, or after playing Fallout 4, I'd probably be happy with a 7. No. I'd be happy with an 8. I'll give you that much. I'd be happy with an 8. A 7, Starfield probably needs to be better than a 7. I just, man, the one thing that I worry about Starfield with the most is performance, optimization. Because, yeah, if it's a boring game, that sucks. But I can, considering it's a game that I'm excited for, I can bear it being a little boring. At least for a little while. But performance for me is a big thing. And if it runs like shit, if it runs like Fallout 4 does in the main downtown area, I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm gonna, like, I'm not expecting to play it at max settings or anything crazy like that, but I hope that it at least runs well. I hope that bugs look, but with modern day AAA game releases, I understand it's kind of difficult. I can't go that way. What are you talking about? I know with modern day AAA releases, bugs are kind of something that you can't avoid. I understand. but I hope that we can at least have something like a Skyrim release. Because, I think Skyrim was released in a relative, comparing the games that Bethesda has launched since. I think Skyrim had a relatively stable release. I think that most of the bugs that you encounter with Skyrim weren't like game breaking or ugly to look at. Like there were bugs, but it wasn't anything crazy. If we can get that out of Starfield, I would be happy with that. Just let it be playable without the fans fixing your game for you. Please. Because Fallout 4, vanilla Fallout 4, no unofficial patch, is a fucking joke. I couldn't go one stream without installing that shit. And Fallout 76... I mean, Fallout 76 is a game that really needs no introduction. You say the name and everyone kind of gets the gist. Fallout 76 is one of the worst games ever released. And it was... Oh, hello. It was the Sonic 06 for both the, for both Bethesda and the Fallout series, just in general. So, like, I'm not even gonna say, oh, if it's better than that. That's not a compliment. It's, like, next to impossible to be a worse launched game than Fallout 76. It's not. That is a once-in-a-generation failure. I think I really hold... I think I really hold it to that, man. Because Sonic 06 tanked Sega as a studio, or it tanked Sonic as a series, which is still being felt to this day for that series and that mascot. It probably tanked Sega as a whole. It was this game that was compared to for years and years after it came out. We kind of do the same thing with Fallout 76 to a lesser degree, but we still do it to Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is not a game that will ever be forgotten. I mean, fuck, dude, you remember the canvas bag incidents? You remember the fucking Creation Club? I'm pretty sure that started with 76. That certainly started in the 76 era of Bethesda. Oh shit! It didn't one-shot it. That's crazy. Imagine that hit, though. Draw. Oh, that actually seems really good. If it was a fucking rifle. Quantum Swarm Bot? Okay. I guess this will be the last thing that we do. It's kind of expecting more out of that. I mean, yeah. Yeah, if you needed any, if you needed anything else about Fallout 4's difficulty, there you go. Yeah, this will be the last thing that we do. And then we'll move on to Destiny, and then tomorrow we'll move on to Baldur's Gate. We're in for an early start tomorrow too for Baldur's Gate. I know it's probably gonna take a while for me to build my character, on top of getting into all the other good shit that that game has to offer. So, yeah. Gonna be starting early tomorrow.
Nice.
Hello? Oh. Alright. That was Fallout 4. This might not be goodbye, this could just be see you later, but in terms of YouTube, this will probably be the last video going out, unless I just really don't vibe with Baldur's Gate. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Until then, I'll see y'all on the other side. Thanks for watching.